A somber atmosphere engulfs the Holy Family Minor Basilica in Nairobi. Catholic faithful stream in, not for mass or celebration, but to pen heartfelt messages in memory of a pope who touched lives far beyond the Vatican walls.
I'm so saddened by the death of Pope Francis, but we pray for his soul to rest in peace.
From the corridors of faith to the ranks of those who ensure the safety of all in society, the sorrow is shared.
Kwa majina naitwa Eric Onyango. Nafanya kazi katika kampuni la Angel Michael Security Firm. Kwa hakika tuna huzuni tele kwa kumpoteza Papa. Kwa hakika amefanya kazi yake vyema, ametumikia nchi kwa upendo na kwa wale ambao wamebadilisha katika jamii, na tunaomba sisi kama Wakristo tukaweza kushikana pamoja, tusiangalie msingi wa kidini, na natumai kuwa Mwenyezi Mungu ataweza kutunganisha sisi sote hadi wakati tutakapomlaza Papa wetu. Safari njema.
Pope Francis' final public appearance was just a day before his passing on Easter Sunday, the 20th of April 2025. Riding in his Pope-mobile outside St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, he waved and offered the traditional Urbi et Orbi blessing.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buona Pasqua.
This would turn out to be his final gesture of love and faith to a grieving world.
I think the most historic thing about the Pope's death is that on Sunday, after he had been sick for so long, most of the Lent period, on Sunday he was strong enough to greet people, to come out for Mass, greet people and say, Buona Pasaka. I heard that on BBC. And the following morning, he's reported dead. I think that was the most historic thing. Some have said maybe this was to show that he was truly a servant of God. He waits for Christ to rise and then he follows him.
To many, this moment sealed his legacy as a true servant of God.
Pope wetu alikufa the day yenye ulifufuka, na twakuomba kwamba uweze fufuka naye. Mungu Baba, twakuomba kwamba wewe ndio kimbilio letu.
We join the Universal Church in mourning the loss of the head of our church, Pope Francis, and we continue praying for his soul. On a personal capacity, I'm very grateful, and I will always remember him for giving us the encyclical Laudato Si, which has created a lot of awareness on care for our common home and also for the less vulnerable in the society.
Pope Francis' 2015 visit to Kenya left an indelible mark, which many continue to recount.
As we remember, 2015, when he came to our countries, he preached peace and love and unity and fight corruption. We thank our bishops and all the priests of Catholic for being in forefront, for emulating his words and preaching about the corruption in our country. And I would urge all the readers and all the politicians to follow the footsteps of Pope Francis to fight corruption.
I remember the Pope akikuja Kenya. He just gave us a word of peace. Na hiyo peace ndio naona imetusaidia mpaka sai. Na the words zenye naweza kumbuka kwa maisha yangu akiongea ni kwamba let us remain to have hope in our life. And then hope never makes somebody to lose. When you have hope, everything gonna be okay. Na tunaomba Mwenyezi Mungu amweke mahali pema peponi.
As preparations continue for his final rest on Saturday, April the 26th, the faithful in Kenya call for a continuation of his message.
When the Pope came over to Kenya in 2015, I think it was the first African country that the Pope visited. I was doing my own little video clip on youth empowerment, and the focus was on children. So I was very keen on what he said about children. And the focus on children, the speech he made in Kasarani about the youth, the camaraderie, that comradeship with the youth, and what he promised, what he challenged the leaders to do about the youth will remain written down as one of the biggest motivating speeches about what we should do about the youth.
As the bells toll at the Vatican, the world reflects not just on a pope who has passed, but on a path that must continue to be walked.
12 years of papacy, I think, was good enough, all right, but we needed more. I hope whoever comes after him, the next pope, should be an extension of his philosophical thinking about the Catholic Church. May his soul rest in eternal peace. To me, he's a servant of God. Pretty soon, he should follow the processes that we follow, the way the Cardinal Otunga process is following, so that we get him into becoming canonized. I think this Pope will come straight on after Cardinal Otunga. That is my prayer.
Viongozi wakati huu mgumu wakapate pia kujumuika na kuungana nasi tunapoendelea kuomboleza Papa Mtakatifu. Naendelea kuombea kanisa Katoliki, naendelea kuombea washirika wote wakaweza kupata moyo. Mungu akawatia moyo wakati huu mgumu tunapoendelea kwa maombolezi.
He may be gone, but the spirit of Pope Francis, his teachings, humility, and a call for justice, not just to humanity, but to our common home, echo in churches and hearts across continents. From Nairobi to Rome, the faithful say goodbye, Papa, and pledge to keep the flame he lit burning bright. Asasha Elizabeth for the Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV at the Holy Family Minor Basilica, Nairobi.